In your culture, in English idiom, that could mean many things. In African idiom, that means one thing. Now, this guy is speaking as the king of an entire nation within our country. He said to me, in African idiom, that means one thing. I'm going to call upon you to kill these people. Prepare for it. On top of that, our sovereign bond rating has been revised to junk. I'm sure many people don't know that. You know, South Africa, supposedly the darling of the world, the wonderful new South African rainbow nation experiment as it is. You would think that this stuff would be on the front page of every newspaper all of the time. And I think that what's very important for your viewers to recognize here is that the mainstream media in the world, the global capital-driven media, has not reported this thing. Now, it can't be by accident if you consider the profile of the country and the egregious severity of these events and these statistics. So clearly it's deliberate. And we assume that the reason why they're not reporting this is because they wish to avoid the humiliation of tacitly admitting that they were wrong for the 40 or 50 or 30-year period that they shoved down the throats of the Western world, this consistent narrative of apartheid is bad and the poor black people and this and that, and if we only get Nelson Mandela in power, it'll be an absolute utopia. And, of course, it hasn't been the case at all. This is not an apology for apartheid. It's a statement of how things are. Now,
well, of course, Nelson Mandela was a Marxist, and in all the hagiographies that were done when he died here in the Western press, the inescapable fact was that he was a Marxist. And when we look at President Zuma, one of the other things in the Breitbart article that just came out 4 days ago, they said he's called for South Africa's constitution to be amended so that farmland can be seized without compensation. That's not surprising coming from a Marxist party. That's exactly the type of thing that they would do. But they've taken it another step further to say that if you are a white person, you are an enemy of the Marxists, therefore you are targeted for extinction. That was also not really a surprise for many of us who saw the Marxist roots of Nelson Mandela. And they say, and this is their rallying cry as it's reported, people of South Africa, where you see beautiful land, take it. It belongs to you. And then saying that they will not prosecute people who kill others in neighboring Zimbabwe. And we've seen Zimbabwe collapse. It's become a textbook case of hyperinflation as their currency went to absolute zero. So we have these areas